Welcome to Crafty Little Beach. This is Julie. Today I have a Dollar Tree DIY for you. I picked up some of this leaf wallpaper. I've never used this before at Dollar Tree. And then I also got some of these pink flower floral tiles. I actually got these at Target Dollar Spot. They were $5 for both of them. Honestly, when I bought them, I thought they were $3 for both of them because that is a little bit pricey, but they are pretty. I think the price on these have definitely went up because I know I've bought those for like $3 before, like a similar one. And then I picked up two pieces of craft wood from the Dollar Tree. I love this size because it works great to make like a larger sign. You can put them together. It's nice and thick. It's not bowed or anything like that. The only thing is it's a little rough sometimes, so I'm just gonna give it a quick sand on some of the uneven edges. And then I'm just gonna simply glue those together to make a square sign that we can kind of put all these pieces together. What I wanted to do was have like the leaf background with like a pink floral monogram. I thought that'd be kind of fun way to use those little floral tiles. So I just do a bead of hot glue on one of the little pieces of craft wood and put the two pieces together like that, nice and sturdy. And then we can decorate this. I thought this would be the perfect background because it's giving me like that soft green leaf background. And it is the perfect size here. All I have to do is kind of lay my sign here on the back of it, use an ink pen, and I can kind of just draw exactly where I need to cut. Easy peasy, and cover the back of it. No painting or anything like that involved. And it gave me a really nice, leaf background, which I was kind of trying to do a lot of leaf projects and pink flower projects. So I thought the pink flowers would look really cute on there. So we're just going to peel and stick this wallpaper to the side, kind of lining it up, and it fit on there just perfectly. I do use my little finger sander here to get any tiny little slivers that might be, but I got it on there actually pretty good. I'm also going to use my sandpaper to rough it up. I do want it to look a little older and distressed and a little less perfect. Now, I'm going to attach a hanger to this, but I'm not sure. I think I actually might use this as a leaning sign, but I always save these little hangers off the Dollar Tree signs that I use all the time in case I need them when I don't need use them on the DIY I'm making. So I just saved one and I'm just going to screw that hanger to the back of it if I choose to hang it. And as you can see, the pink floral tile is just about the same size. So I'm definitely going to have to cut that down a little bit. It's got like this great cage on the back. So I thought I would take advantage of that. Each row has flowers attached to it. So I'm kind of trying to map out like the center and then do the top. I wanted to do the monogram for our last name, which is a T. So that's going to be pretty easy. Just trying to make sure exactly how this was set up. And I try to do 3 rows of each. Then I'm just going to carefully snip the cage from the back, trying to make sure that I don't cut any of the flowers to cut my shape down. Now, my lighter ended up being a little bit chunkier than I wanted, so I do cut it down a little bit more, but this is kind of initially where I started. I was trying to think of things I could do with this. I've used these kind of as backgrounds before, but I've never really kind of customized them like this, and I thought this would be fun. There is like an extra row there at the bottom that you saw that I cut off. That's not really attached to anything, so I just cut that off to kind of get it out of the way. And then we're going to cut the other side of the T down that I had just kind of marked out with a Sharpie. And I'm going to go ahead and cut my extra row of plastic off. That's not really attached to anything. They have that on all the sides. Just to kind of make sure you can't see that from the front. That's when I was like, it's a little chunkier than I want. So let's make it actually like a 2 row instead of a 3 row letter. So I just cut 1 row off, and then I'm going to cut 1 row off the top as well. And I also need to kind of Cut one row off to even it out here. So everything lines up. Now, T is a pretty easy letter. I'm thinking like L. There's some letters that are definitely going to be easier than others to cut out with these floral tiles. But you can always do flowers and kind of do your own letter too. But I thought this would be a quick, easy way to do it since they're all attached together, right? So I want to display it that with like the leaves on the background, like that. I thought that the green was a little bit brighter than I wanted though. And so I thought I would just go ahead and distress it a little bit more to scratch it up. You could also, distress with paint if you wanted. This is a quick, easy way to kind of scratch it up, kind of bring more of the white from the back through some of the leaves. And just make sure I clean up any of the dust from the paper, and just wanted a little bit of a softer background there for my little floral monogram. And I liked that effect so much that I wanted to rough it up a little bit more. I had to do it definitely now before I attach my letter. It'll be too late. And again, you could kind of distress it with white if you wanted yours to be a little bit. I just wanted it not to compete with my flower letter as much. I wanted my floral monogram to be able to stand out a little bit. So I'm just going to add hot glue to the back of the cage on the floral tile, kind of everywhere I could, and line that up and just stick that to my sign. Really fun idea for a little spring sign using those floral tiles from the dollar spot. And I think that turned out really cute. If you wanted to do your own, you could probably do like some poster board and kind of sketch out, your letter and use like some small pink flowers from the Dollar Tree. They do have a flower that's very similar to this, and just glue it on and make your own if you wanted to do that. That would be pretty easy to do as well. But here it is, my little spring flower tea.